Hey folks, Jack Spirko here, coming to you from the Bug Out location in the Ouachita Mountains of Arkansas today with a little product video of a product that, for a change, we actually sell in our gear shop, which you can find at store.survivalpodcast.net. This is our French press tumbler mug, which can be used either just as a standard mug using the regular top that comes with it, or it can be used with this little gadget right here, French press to make coffee, which I'm going to show you how to do today. It's also got some other little neat features. I'll talk about those while the coffee's brewing to be conscious of your time. To make coffee with this French press is pretty daggone easy. It works like any other French press, really. Put the measured amount of coffee that you want in. I generally like about 2 to 2.5 teaspoons. My wife likes 1, which comes out really, really weak. So this is nice because we can each have coffee on our own strength. And this makes about 2 standard cups. You know, cups about this size of coffee. So if you don't want to make an entire pot, it's great for that as well. Once you've added your coffee grounds, go ahead and dump in your water. I spilled a bit, but we got a tile top here, it won't matter. Once you've done that, place your lid on it. And you want to let it sit for roughly about a minute to a minute and a half. And once that's done, we'll push the plunger down. I wanted to tell you real quick, though, about the other features that make this mug cool. I already have them out, so I don't have to mess with it while it's full. And again, so I can tell you this while it's brewing instead of making you sit here and watch it brew. But these go up into the bottom of the mug, and they snap in there like so, and they stay in there very securely. And what you end up with is this little hidden compartment. And what that allows you to do is maybe fill it up with coffee, and this would be enough. For me, I could make about 2 brews of coffee with what goes in here. My wife could make about 4. Some people would make it very, very strong, and this would make maybe 1 for them. But I think if you use that much coffee in 1 2-cup brewing of coffee, you're going to be, you know, like Tweak on South Park or something like that. But it's a cool little tool because you take coffee, good coffee anywhere. I know a lot of folks work in offices where they have terrible coffee. I know I used to. This would have been a godsend. No matter what they did in that place, that coffee was awful. So as long as you have a source of hot water, you can make coffee. So it's great for camping. It's great for when the power goes off in, you know, minor emergency situations. No matter what happens, you'd be able to have that hot cup of coffee. For some people, that's really important. When the coffee's done, you have a couple choices. One, there's a screen here, and the screen works very, very effectively. You can add milk, sugar, whatever, right at the time that you're brewing the coffee. Push the plunger down and drink straight out of the mug. Let's go ahead and put this back in there so you can see how that works. Drink straight out of the mug. If you wanted to share it, you know, you could pour it into a small cup. It's really up to you. You could replace the. You wouldn't want to replace the lid with the standard lid if you're brewing French press coffee, because obviously the grinds would then go everywhere and you'd be drinking coffee grinds. So this way you end up with almost no grinds whatsoever. You don't need any kind of a special grind under your coffee. Standard coffee that you get from the store pre-ground will work just fine in this. If you grind it a little bit coarser, you'll get a little bit of a richer flavor. That's probably been long enough, so let's push the plunger down. I usually do drink right out of the mug, but I wanted to show you what the coffee looks like. And even though you have our cool logo there with the ant and the Survival Podcast logo, you can't see the coffee. So let's see what we end up with here. And I think what surprises some people is how this is a big glass. These are kind of squat mugs, and they're pretty large around, even though this bottom piece is hollow for that space. It makes a fairly good amount of coffee. You get about 2, you know, average coffee cups worth of coffee. Nice, rich, deep coffee. And all you have to have is some way to heat water. That's it. So again, a great tool. I've also talked to members who decided they didn't want to carry coffee in their mugs, and they actually use these to carry mini survival kits. So that's something, of course, you could do as well. They're a little bit thicker, but not quite as big around as, let's say, like a Skull can. So you could probably fit about the same amount of stuff in here as you could in like a tobacco can. So there you go. Check one out at the gear shop. They're a great deal. They're a great product. They look good, and an easy way to share preparedness and survivalism with your friends that aren't quite on board with it yet. Any coffee drinker is going to love one of these.